Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It is Monday, March 18th here in Mountain View, California, and welcome to this week's project meeting. We open this week with events, upcoming events. The first on our list is the Homebrew Website Club, which is a growing worldwide network of meetups for all levels of web users who want to take back control of their online identities and content from social media silos. The Homebrew Website Club is meeting in a record 9 cities and 1 virtual this week. There are 2 meetings in Germany, a virtual meeting in the EU, a meeting in Africa, 2 meetings in England, 3 meetings in the United States, and 1 in Mexico. Details and RSVP link is in the wiki. On Thursday, March 21st, we have the Add-on Show and Tell at 7:30 Pacific Time in the Add-ons Demo Video Room. This is an opportunity to demonstrate any awesome add-on projects you've been working on. And later, from time to time, our DevRel sponsorship team receives complimentary tickets to share with Mozillians interested in attending events. We have 3 such events: FOSS North 2019 in Sweden, CSS Day in Netherlands, FITC Toronto 2019 in Canada. Please reach out to Anna Alanis at aalanis@mozilla.com for more details and your opportunity to share with these complimentary tickets to these exciting upcoming events. And with that, we move on to speakers. Our first speaker is Amy, who will have an update on the Mozilla Fellowship for us.
Hello. I'm Amy Riker. I'm a Senior Program Officer at the Foundation, and I'm here to ask for your help in expanding our support to Internet leaders through the Mozilla Fellowships. So, as you may know, the Fellowship provides resources, tools, community, and amplification to a global community of leaders to build a more humane digital world. During their 10-month tenure, fellows will use their skills to design products, run campaigns, influence policy, and ultimately lay the groundwork for a more open and inclusive internet. Right now, Mozilla is looking for the next cohort of fellows, and we need your help in finding great candidates. Fellows come from a range of disciplines from all around the world. There are policymakers in Kenya, engineers in Germany, privacy activists in the United States, and data scientists in the Netherlands. Fellows work on individual projects, but also collaborate on cross-disciplinary solutions to the Internet's biggest challenges. This year, we're particularly interested in working with fellows whose interests align with the Foundation's impact goal, better machine decision-making, or ensuring artificial intelligence is developed with ethics, responsibility, and accountability in mind. Please share this opportunity with folks who might be interested in becoming a fellow or who might know great candidates. You can see the email my colleague Janice Waite shared across Mozilla recently for more details as well. The first part of the 2-part application is due by April 8th. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Andrew with the weekly IT Minute.
It's time for the Weekly Minute Update, where we tell you all the things IT is doing to empower Mozillians in their mission to keep the web a global public resource, open and accessible to all. First up is another new feature for the meeting room event boards. You can now tap on an event to see who has a space reserved from outside of a conference room. That's pretty handy. Once again, feedback on that or questions should go to the Pound Event Board Experiment channel on Slack. Next and finally, in this very short minute, Air Mozilla will be launching a new internal user interface on March 25th. That's next Monday. Thanks for all the constructive feedback via the survey. The new design will launch with a brand new nav and a host of new features that will hopefully make it much easier to use. And that's the minute. See you next Monday.
Thank you, Andrew. Next up is me, Asa Dostler, with your weekly Firefox update. Firefox 65.0.2 is our current stable release for a few more hours. Firefox 66 is in the final minutes of beta and ships to our stable release tomorrow morning, March 19th. 66 users will enjoy the new block autoplay feature that blocks media with sound from automatically playing. You can add exceptions for sites that you do want to autoplay. 66 also has a great new feature called scroll anchoring, which prevents the page from jumping up and down as new content loads in while you're scrolling the page. Mac OS users will get basic touch bar support, and all of our users will enjoy improved performance and stability as we've doubled the number of default Firefox processes from 4 to 8. Today is Merge Day. Beta becomes Firefox 67 and Nightly becomes Firefox 68. The Nightly channel, which has been 67 up until today, received about 450 bug fixes over the last week, including these notable changes. The new tab page, it's a new tab page, now has a dismiss story menu option. David is now the default AV1 decoder on Mac OS. You may remember from last week it became the default encoder on Windows. So today you can also get the performance improvements that come with David on Mac OS. Buttons in the reader mode pop-up for type controls now have tooltips, making them more accessible. Send tab now uses one notification in many for sending a group of tabs. If you sent 5 tabs or 10 tabs from one device to another, you got 5 or 10 notifications previously, and that was a little bit cumbersome. So now you get one consolidated notification for all those tabs that you moved. And last but not least, Developer Tools now has a keyboard shortcut, Command or Control K, to clear the console for quick console clearing for all of you web developers out there. That's it for this week's Firefox update. Next up, we have Joe Fish with the Emerging Technologies Weekly Update. Take it away, Joe Fish.
Thank you very much. Welcome. I'd like to tell you a couple of things that are going on around the company that are relevant to the research, the science, and the future of Mozilla that we try and support in ET. The first one is about iodide. You may have seen the post on Hacks that Brendan put there about the work that he and Hamilton and an increasingly large number of other people have been doing around building a new kind of collaborative scientific notebook. Some of you may have used systems like Jupyter Notebook before. What iodide does is put both the means to analyze your data and the means to present your data in the same place. It's pretty exciting. I've been delighted at the responses I've seen from scientists and academics and researchers. I think this is a really interesting thing, and I'm really glad to see it starting to get a lot more momentum and excitement. So do check out the post and do check out iodide. It's surprisingly easy to use. Second thing, AV1, as you know, is out there in the world and people are using it. The encoding times are still lagging behind other technologies that are not as advanced in other ways. But we're getting closer and we're getting better. We're not quite at real time, but we're at the sort of 2x and change kind of rate. If you look at streaming media, they've gone and they've done some analysis on that, and it's pretty exciting to see that improvement happening, and it's getting out there. And finally, a topic close to my heart, my colleague Kelly Davis in Berlin and his team have been working on trying to improve our deep speech. As you know, we've got a lot of uses for making voice, outputting voice in the company, and they're now using an RNN-based approach to try and come up with better voices. I've been listening to it. It sounds pretty good. We'll be putting that through our analysis so we can compare it to other voices that are out there that we're comparing to soon. Check it out on SoundCloud. I was also amused to find that when I went and listened to it on SoundCloud, SoundCloud then said, well, we suggest after you've listened to this, we want to give you the Death List Blues. And I was like, well, that's pretty dark, dude. So see what you get when you click on that link after you listen to Kelly's excellent work. That's it from ET. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Joe Fish. Going to do a quick reload to see if any other talks came onto our agenda. It doesn't look like. So we have, as we close out the meeting, one introduction coming to you from Josh Howard. Josh, take it away.
Hey there. I want to welcome Adam Frank to the IT SRE team. He joined a couple weeks ago, so a little delayed in getting him in here. But yeah, he comes from a number of different startups up in the Portland area as well as New Relic. And yeah, I'm really excited to have him on the team.
Welcome, Adam. That wraps up our weekly project update for this week. I hope you all have a great week. I'll see you next Monday. Until then, keep on rocking the free web.